Welcome back from the breather. Still watching JoyNews Interactive here on the JoyNews channel, on DSTV channel 421 and Go TV channel 144 on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We're JoyNews on TV and I am Abita CBD. You know, every Wednesday we bring you Tech Talk and Spike and Kurma joins me in just a sec. So for the past 3 weeks, we had a not a Wi-Fi series, how things to consider when choosing a computer. You know what? I'm just gonna keep quiet and hand it over to the tech guy. What's up, Spikey?
What's up, Maps?
You alright?
Always 100.
I'm good. You see, I'm tripping over my words because I'm thinking about the Wi-Fi series. But this month's series was factors worth considering when choosing a computer.
Yeah.
Spikey, we've come to the end of our series.
Fortunately, unfortunately.
Fortunately, unfortunately. Today we're talking about choosing an operating system.
Yeah.
But, like, when everything comes to an end,
You summarize.
we want to summarize and, you know, what have we been doing? What have we been talking about?
Yeah, so we spoke about, you know, choosing the right CPU, which is the processor. People confuse CPU with the system unit.
Yeah.
We chose whether you want to be sure whether you wanted a laptop or a desktop.
Of course.
And we talked about the RAM, the capacity of the RAM that you want, and then the type of RAM. We spoke about the hard drive, the types of hard drives. We spoke about even the screen.
Yeah.
If you're one that watches movies, maybe you want a larger screen, or you play games, you want a faster refresh rates. We talked about everything that even goes into the whole system.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about what actually makes it run, the operating system. Yeah, so as you can probably see, we have Windows, we have Apple, we have Linux.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know much about Linux because it's not a very popular operating system. But that's one thing. It also has, if you don't know about Linux, you don't want to go try, you know, playing around with it because it's a bit complicated. And Windows is the most popular one. Everybody knows Windows. We use Windows. Most businesses, most companies, they all use Windows. And then Mac.
Yeah.
Mac is the specialized one where only a select few.
The elites. The elite, you know.
So-called elite.
I just have to say, if you're part of the Apple family, it's an ecosystem, you know.
It's actually a cult.
No, it's an ecosystem, okay? So Apple Watch, Apple phone, MacBook, everything together. Yes, you were saying?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Once you get one, you want to get all of them. So
Yes.
you're in the complete ecosystem,
Sure.
which is the cult of Apple.
If you're going to say it like that.
Yeah. So if you're looking at the map, the differences between these are not so, you know, marginal, but then it's how you use them. If you're one that wants to get regular work done and you want things very easy, you want to get a Mac.
Yeah.
If you want to have absolute control over the computer, do some things, enter everywhere, just like you would on a Mac, but with more control, you get a Windows. Now, if you're a power user, you're someone who really understands the nitty-gritty of the computer, you like to use commands, you like to configure stuff to your specification, or you're a hacker, then Linux is for you.
Okay.
As you can see from the graph over here, about 98%, or actually 86% of users use Windows as at December 2018. And about 10% use Mac, and just 2% use Linux. Now, the reason for this is because, like I mentioned, Linux is a bit complicated, and users that don't really understand them, well, you wouldn't want to use it. And when you have such a large market share, you are the target for evildoers,
Yes.
for bad people.
Yeah.
Which is why
The 2%. The 2%.
yes, when you're a member of the 80%, you're target for the 2%.
Okay.
So Windows users are the most prone to malware, viruses, and everything because people who develop malwares and viruses, they make money from these because when they do them, they have to sell the signatures to antivirus companies, and that is how they make their money. Why would I want to develop viruses for an OS that has just 2% of users or even 8% like the Mac users?
Yeah.
So as it stands, Windows is the most prone. Macs are also now prone to viruses because more people are moving from Windows to Mac. So with that being said, a lot more viruses and hackers are targeting Mac users. So if you're using Mac and you think you're safe, you're not always too safe. For Linux users, you're part of the 2% that are actually creating these
Those hacks,
hacks and everything. So you're safe. Then there's also what a lot of people will consider applications, the softwares that you use on these platforms. If you're using Windows, you have access to a whole lot of applications. Anything you want to do, there's an application for that. You want to edit videos, you want to play games, especially those who like playing games. Games, Windows. If you're a productive person, video editing, animation, all that, then you want to move to the Mac because that allows you to do that. And there's another thing too. When you're using Windows, you can install it on basically any computer. You can install it on a Mac, you can install it on an HP, you can install it on a Compaq, a Dell, anything. But if you're using a Mac, you can't install a Mac on a Windows computer. So you need to buy the hardware that comes with the software.
Yeah.
So Mac is more expensive to buy. Windows, on the other hand, costs about $100 if you're buying the OS yourself.
Okay.
In Ghana, a lot of people don't really buy.
Yeah, in the world. A lot of people in Ghana.
In the world, people buy because
I think it's in Africa people don't buy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because even in South Africa, like Windows, no.
Are you tricking your people?
I'm not tricking them, but I'm just no. We buy. No, we
You buy. So if you're using Windows, you probably bought it for about $100. Linux, on the other hand, is free. So it's actually surprising a lot of people don't use it. Once again, it's complicated.
Okay.
So that's why people don't use it. So you want to buy a Mac, you have to buy the computer to use it.
Yeah.
You want to buy Windows, you can buy any computer and install it. You want to buy Linux, it's free. You can download it and try your hands on it. The more people we have on Linux, the more open software will be available.
Okay. So Mac is usually for the professionals. If you're a video editor, photographer, it helps with the whole The whole thing. And then Windows. I mean, if it's just like a 9-to-5 type of job that you're doing, banker, typer or whatever, like something simple, we can use Windows. That's what you would recommend. Well,
anybody can use Windows.
Yeah.
If you're an editor, everything. It's just that it's safer on Macs because they have, certain systems that make it easier to work on and they recover your files. It's not prone to crashing like Windows. Yeah. Okay. So that's why a lot of creative people stick to Mac and the everyday people use Windows. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that, Spiky. And that's how we end this month's series of factors worth considering when choosing a computer. And I am Peter Simidi. Thank you so much for watching. That's how we enjoy News Interactive. You know how to continue the conversation on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We are JoyNews on TV.